there. Can people see? Uh-oh. Oh, uh-oh. There we go. Aim for the bottom. We got nobody on. Split the arrow. Man, I wish I was that good. I've broken nocks. I've broken several nocks, but I haven't split an arrow yet. No split arrows. You know what? I'll bet. Yeah, that's why. That is why. Not paying attention. What's everybody up to on this rockin'? I don't even know what night it is. Is it Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday. I think it is Wednesday. All right. Let's hit the can. We moved it, but it didn't make a good crack. I do what's called gap shooting. So I'm using the tip of the arrow to aim, and then from here it's about, with these arrows, use like 500 spine, and they've got 250 grain field tips on them. So I'm pretty much tip on with these arrows, especially because this is only not a practice bow. This is only like a 25-pound bow. I'm drawing probably about 30. Prime, of course I remember you, man. And I'm not doing very good, if I'm being honest. I'm shooting pretty bad. Shooting pretty bad. We're just all over the place here. Alice, what's up, what's up? There we go. I'd say that's in there. Hell yeah. Scrolling through through YouTube lives. I gotcha. This is a Black Hunter Recurve. Nah, remote, I'm good. I know it's more enjoyable when I have lighted nocks than you guys can actually see. TJ, what's up, what's up? Yeah, I've been busy. I leave Friday morning at like 0300 for candidate school, so should be fun. I've been spending all my time kind of getting ready for that. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of dreading it. But you know what? It's kind of like being on a sinking ship, you know? Like just admit you're going down with it, and then it's just, you know, it's just that much easier. There we go. Smashing them. You know what we should do? We should do this. Let's do this. Let's get the homemade bow out. What do you guys think of that? Oh, here we go. Man, we did a number on that, didn't we? I'll have to reserve this thing. Not great. I'm excited for trout season. I'll tell you what. Some warmer weather, some mayflies coming off. I'm stoked. Wow, that's coming out all sorts of wonky. That's coming out. You know why? I don't know when to use those arrows. I don't have like any of my other arrows here to shoot. If I shoot in the air and don't move. No, I'm good. Admins, if you guys want to just remove him from this, that would be ideal. We're getting a lot of the silliness in here tonight. Well, that one shot straight. That one was pretty good. All right, let's do this. What'd I miss? I think everybody's just scrolling through the lives. I'm silly also. Hello. What's up, Ren? All right, let's try some of these. Oh, man, this is going to be way too light for the homemade bow. We got to start getting consistent with the lives because we should have like 200 people on here right now. Ooh. Man, when you shoot a light arrow through this thing though, the hand shock is just unreal. I might glue a little bit, like something on here for a grip, and then just, that'll help a little bit. The first real stream that's not AI. Ooh. Well, that's good. There we go. We're 2 for 2. Look at that. And then we'll take the black hunter out. And then hopefully we can go 4 for 4. Shoot your wood staves. Oh, your wood stove. I'm sorry. No, I'm good. I don't want to break an arrow. I break enough arrows. You should have saw us the other night when we were drunk. It was like 2 weeks ago. We were getting silly. Yeah, the video's mirrored. I'm not a lefty. There we go. All right, 3 for 3. Can we go 4 for 4? Probably not. It's just like an unwritten rule of shooting that like you always pull one of them. One out of the group has to be pulled. But we got our We got our accuracy elixir out, so let's do it. And we're just over top of it. I told you, have to pull one of them. Yeah, Rend, I got you, man. It is kind of weird, but we get asked that like all the time. Alice, 3 of those videos are no longer allowed on YouTube because we got a little too rowdy. So YouTube just like straight out banned them. It was a good night. I don't remember most of that night though. I started off drinking pretty hard, so. Hey, we pulled the whole thing off. Get back in there. I should have brought the hunting bow out. I should have brought my Samick Sage out, but I didn't want to do it. You're a lefty? Prime, I feel bad for you, man. It's hard to find bows that are left-handed. I'm sorry, what did Alice say? Had to time out. Well, I'm glad you were holding it down that night because I wasn't holding down anything. I didn't puke though, so I guess I held my stomach contents down. Have I ever shot someone? No, Jeremy, that would be illegal. There we go. There's one. You love this show. We're in my hidden bunker. Logan, what's up? What's up? The arrow, those arrows aren't flying very good, so it's just canting to the left a little bit because I think they're a little stiff for this bow. And the result is missing the can. And this one's gonna be way too fast. I get slapped in the wrist with this, but that's okay. Homemade bow. Set him straight, YM. Get him. Oh. This thing shoots fast, man. With a light arrow, this thing shoots super fast. I was just a little to the right. I'll get some more lighted knocks. I'm going away here real soon. On Friday, actually, I'm going away for just over 2 weeks. And then I'll be back for 2 weeks, and then I'm going away for another 2 weeks. So after that, you know, come April, end of April, I'll be getting serious about the YouTube again. There we go. Hit something. Hopefully Tony holds it down while I'm gone, but we'll see. He hasn't been very active on much of anything, but we'll see what's going on with that. F-15, what's up, what's up? Am I allowed to discharge weapons in city limits? I'll tell you what, I live in like the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. I know people who have done it because they hunt like the urban area in the city here. And you know, they've shot deer that were wounded or whatever, and then they just pulled out a sidearm and finished it. I'm not condoning that by any means. I'm just saying I know people have done it and nobody bats an eye at it just because it's middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. So no politics, guys. We don't do that here. We shoot bows and we drink beers, and that's about it. Sometimes we hunt too. I've been burrowing in there pretty good. Man, I probably shoot better with my hunting bow, even though it's heavier poundage. I think I shoot better with that. Chill guy, heck yeah, man. If you're into that, then this is the right place. We do this pretty often. Normally we have quite a crowd. Normally we have like 100 to 200 people on, and that's on the low end. But we haven't been real serious about doing these lately, so that's probably why we haven't had the same crowd. But it's all good. I wonder if this will shoot better if I do this. Let's throw on a 250 grain broadhead and see what happens. All right, can we kill a deer? That's the question. Can we kill a deer? Jeremy, the car it would be very difficult. I just don't see it happening. I don't really miss a whole lot. I'm not saying it's not possible, but you know. Well, we hit the can. To be honest though, I was aiming for the middle can and I ended up way left, which tells me that that arrow is way underspined. For anybody who doesn't shoot recurves, the spine of your arrow is just super important. So if you're shooting and you're consistently ending up like 5 to 6 inches to the left, your arrow is probably underspined. Brody, what's up, what's up? Jeremy, we have shot the car tire on purpose. We have done that. How do you aim a recurve? That's a great question. So I do what's called gap shooting, which I think for anybody who's looking to get into traditional archery, recurves and longbows, it's probably the easiest way to do it. Basically, I'm just using the tip of the arrow to aim. I draw back, I aim the tip where I want it to impact, and I shoot. That's it. It's pretty simple. It's a lot easier than instinctive shooting, which is just memorizing your shot pretty much. And you know, you're gonna shoot 10 to 20,000 arrows before you really get consistent. Chevy, what's up, what's up? Do I make the bows? I made this bow, guys. Made this bow, made the string. This is my own bow. I made it from a piece of wood. Bought it at the lumber store. And as you can see, we're shooting pretty good with it. We're smashing cans, so. But if you're just getting into it, do yourself a favor, go out, get a Samick Sage or get this bow right here, which is Black Hunter. It's gonna run you 90 bucks, 80 bucks, and they're fantastic shooting bows. I made a custom string for it, but other than that, they shoot great. A background check. You must live in Canada or something, because you can buy guns in the US without even getting a background check. Once again, we're kicking to the left. Arrows are not tuned properly. These are cheap arrows too. They just don't shoot very well. It is what it is. So this is a Black Hunter Recurve. These things are awesome. Only military and police should have such deadly weapons. Well, it's your lucky day. I'm in the military, so. We're touching the can, but we didn't quite put it away. So Woody, I did. Let me grab that for you. Actually, I'll just show you what happened. It ended up breaking, but I want to show it to you. So this was my attempted one. You can see where the limbs split, which on my first attempt at a bow, it is split in the exact same spot. My issue is that I have a huge draw length. I draw 31 inches. But I mean, dude, like it was looking good. Like it was, I don't know if you guys can see the whole thing. I had a little bit of set in this limb. You don't really want it bent, but it was really coming along, and it's just beautiful. Like the black walnut is gorgeous. And I would have whittled away the handle more, but it's just tough when you have such a long draw length. They just don't. They don't, like, one singular piece of wood does not flex very well. It's very difficult. And this is 70-inch bow, you know. If I was just drawing 26 to 28 inches, this bow would have shot great, you know. It's like that last, like, 1 to 2 inches for me when I go to lock in, that's when it splits. I put the video up on the channel if you guys want to check that out. But Phantom, they don't have to be. Like, the Black Hunter Recurve that I have, you know, you can get them in a longbow, and once again, it's going to run you 80 to 100 bucks. I have my Samlita Royal X8 longbow. I think the whole package will run you about 130 bucks. I killed a 4.5-year-old buck with this year. There's a lot of really great options out there for people who are looking to get into traditional archery. And you don't have to go super expensive. And I would honestly recommend, if you're new to the sport, don't go super expensive, because you're probably not going to be able to tell the difference between a cheap bow and an expensive bow anyway. And you're way better off using that money on buying a whole variety of arrows and different spines and learning how to properly bare shaft tune than you are buying a bow, not knowing how to bare shaft tune, buying one set of arrows, and then you shoot like crap because your arrows just don't fly the same every time. And then you just get frustrated and you get out of the sport. So my recommendation would be start with a cheap bow, upgrade the string, and then get a whole plethora of arrows and learn how to bare shaft tune. That sounds horrible. Doesn't sound much better. That broadhead tear them up pretty good. I mean, if you have the funds readily available, go out and buy a really nice bow, you know. And if you're looking for something like middle of the line, you know, the Bear bows are great. They're made in America, and they're good quality bows. But my recommendation to anybody is Black Hunter or Samick Sage. I prefer the Samick Sage because of the weight, but that's about it. If I was going to hunt with a rifle, what caliber would I use? So the two deer rifles I have, at least for Pennsylvania, I have a 30-06 and I have a 35 Remington. I'd probably take the 35 Remington out. Roberts, what's up, what's up? Just especially where we hunt, like the 35 Remington is a great brush gun. And it's lever action. It's just a fun gun to shoot, so. We're high on that one. But during rifle season is when I took my first mature buck with the longbow. So I don't really like even have a desire to hunt with the rifle. Like I kind of want to do it just to shoot a doe or something and be like, wow, that was easy. Then the other part of me is like, I've never taken, out of the 15 deer I've taken in 3 years, none of them have been with a rifle. And I kind of like that legacy, you know? So. See, like it's just, you can see the arrow coming off and getting wonky on me. Yeah, Phantom, where we hunt in Maryland, it's pretty much all straight wall as well, unless you go out to the western side of the state. Man, I'll bet I could kill a deer with this exact setup. And honestly, I might try to. I have to measure the poundage on it first, but I'm pretty sure it's 35 to 40 pounds. And if that's the case, it's gonna be game on next year trying to take a deer with this piece of wood. I mean, she hits pretty hard when you get a heavy tip on there. You're a 6'5" Creedmoor kind of guy? Oh, man. I don't know if we can be friends, Brian. Nah, I'm just playing. I don't care what anybody uses. Look, this has been, I want to say this has been like this channel's legacy. Between me and Tony, like we don't care what anybody uses as long as it's legal. Phineas, what bow do I recommend for a beginner? Any of the bows I have here. This one I made, so, you know, you're not going to be able to get it. But I've got a Black Hunter recurve. I have a Samick Sage recurve, which is in the house. I don't have that out right now. I've got the Royal X8 longbow by San Lita. All of them are great. You can't go wrong with any of them. You have to learn how to tune arrows. That's the hardest part, guys. I shot off and on for a year before I really got serious about it, and I learned how to bare shaft tune. You know, and it was a game changer. I was able to hit targets at 20 yards consistently as soon as I learned to bare shaft tune. So that's the biggest thing that I would tell anybody. Oh, 0 for 4. That ain't good. That ain't good at all. Not good at all. Man, that thing is buried in there. Good Lord. Ugh. How often do I practice? Prime, you're not new to this channel, so you know I shoot pretty regularly, almost every night when I can. But I haven't been doing it lately, partly because the season's over and partly because, like I said, I'm getting ready to go away here for a military school. So that's been, you know, heavy on my mind, and I've been prepping for that. So, but, you know, at least, you know, 2 to 3 shots a night, I think is what you need to do. And I think you're way better off shooting 2 to 3 times a night. This goes for anything, compound crossbow, traditional archery, recurves, longbows. Shoot 2 to 3 shots a night, really focus and make it count. You know, don't go out there and just keep ripping arrow after arrow. I do it because I want to live, but that's the way it goes. So. Oh man, we're a little low. Punched all the way through again though, man. Thing hits hard. There we go. Finally. That took long enough. We don't do politics on here, guys. I've said it many times. You guys keep insisting on politics. I don't know why. We drink beer and we shoot deer. That's all we do, guys. That's all we do. But yeah, when I get back from school, I'm gonna get my deer target back up into commission. I'll probably get another one. Yeah, right, Alice? Just put a shirt, no politics. That way I don't have to keep saying it 15 times a night. Ooh, I plucked the string so bad on that. Is Tony gonna do a live stream when I'm at school? Prime, I don't know what, Tony's kid has posted more videos on our channel in the last 2 months than Tony has. I don't know what the heck he's doing. He's being lazy, man. He's got to get on it. So I have no idea. Hopefully he does. Drink beer, shoot deer. Hell yeah. focus on the release. Like that's my number one thing. And this has been my biggest struggle with traditional archery is my release. I tend to pluck the string. And when I do that, I always miss left. It's usually up and to the left is where I miss. And that's the biggest struggle. And what I've been trying to focus on is just, you know, they say like just sweep past your ear, you know, and end up with your fingers behind your head. So I've been focusing on that. When I do that, it works out really well. But I always know when I don't. Another 5,000 shots of just focusing on that, and I'll be good to go. I'd say that's the other thing about traditional archery that like you really have to understand before getting into it is like you have to focus on one thing at a time. You want to go out and you want to shoot, you know, 20 to 30 yards and have a good time with it. But like for me, I've really struggled with my release. I need to stop focusing on where I'm aiming and I just need to focus on a clean release, you know, until it becomes just second nature and then you start worrying about aiming. That's one of the big things they say starting out, you know, just get a hay bale, put like a little dot on it, aim the tip of the arrow there, and just get your groups consistent, you know? And that's one of the best ways to just get good and get repetitive with your shooting. But hey, we've got 60 people in here. If you double tap your screen, it'll give us a like, and then it'll help feed the algorithm a little bit so we can get some more people in here. Are those around 3.5 or 4? I'm not sure what you mean. There we go. See, like I said, that clean release, the spine. I'm shooting 500 spine arrows. The green ones are actually 800 spine, and I got those with the intention of using them with this bow, and they work well as long as you only have like 100 grains on there. Yeah, that's about that. Hopefully my live doesn't end because Tony just tried calling me, of course. They sound flimsy. Yeah, like this one, like I said, this is an 800 spine. This one is super flimsy. The other ones are really good. I'm just shooting. Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? Let me know if you guys can see me or not. That's not what I wanted to shoot. I can't shoot that one. We're gonna have problems. Yeah, Tony called me, and when somebody calls you on the live, it like interrupts it and then freezes it up, which is why it went black for a couple seconds there. And then I disconnected from my Wi-Fi, which I think brought it back. Dude, he always does. Dylan, I'll tell you what, it's always Tony. There we go. Like I said, that release, man. Focus on that release. Coconut, what's up, what's up? I'm sorry, I didn't even realize who said that, yeah. Tony always goes and messes it up, man. I don't know what it is. But on the bright side, Tony will be retired as of Friday. And so the reason that's so exciting for me is because there's certain areas on the military base that are only open to employees. And now I won't have to worry about me seeing deer and then Tony going in there real quick, short stopping me and trying to hunt the deer I see, so. You gotta watch out for him, man. He'll snipe deer. Don't ever tell him where you're hunting. That was low. That was way low. I don't know why. Love Tony to death, but I will not tell him where I'm hunting anymore. He snipes deer. I was just to the left. I was right there. Exactly, Woody. I can't say that every time though. Like sometimes I gotta lie a little bit, send him a picture of a doe I saw or something, you know? The reality is me and Tony don't really care too much about shooting does. We care about chasing big mature bucks. And unfortunately, you know, they're few and far between as far as deer populations go. They make up the smallest percentage. So, you know, it's just one of those things. Just one of those things. I'm surprised he hasn't jumped on the live yet since he called and kind of messed it up a little bit. Backwoods, what's up, what's up? Ooh, I gotta reserve this string. This thing is not in good shape. After our drunken shenanigans the other night, it took a turn for the worse. Yeah, Dylan, hell yeah. And I'm always hitting like an inch to the left with that. I don't know why. I don't know why that is. And once again, I'm just off to the left. Man, that has a lot of hand shock to it. I probably have to go in and thin these. Like, that's still pretty thick. I probably got to thin these out a little bit. That'll help with some of the vibration. I got to put a silencer. The silencer's not going to do a whole lot because it's a longbow. But silencers on the string might help a little bit with the vibration. We'll get there. Honestly, I'm just excited to try and kill a deer with a board that I bought from Home Depot. I don't know why. It's just like the challenge that excites me, you know? There we go. Smacked another one. Maybe if I keep talking smack about Tony, he'll just hop onto the live stream, you know? Where did TJ go? He hopped off pretty early. Arrow, do you think you've put through that bow? Are you asking how many I've put through? No, I've never really had a ricochet in the garage here. It's in the corner too, so it's not like there's anywhere for an arrow to go if I miss. And I have missed because I'll open the garage door and I'll walk out 30 yards into my driveway and then I'll shoot in. And occasionally doing that, I will miss. And then I break arrows because it's a block wall and they don't go well. We're just high. Just high. Well, that's just not going well. Let's do this. Oh, that's not going anywhere. Yeah, no one's ever seen Prime here before. Who is he? I think the other problem is, I think this is a 150 grain insert, not an actual. I need to get one of these little scales so I can actually weigh this out. That's what I need to do. All right, last group, and then I think I'm gonna shut down the live. We haven't gotten a lot of traction and I'm just kind of tired, so let's do it up. And we're starting strong. So with that tip on there, like I said, I think it's 150 grain because this one's a 200 and this one's a little bigger. And I think that's the issue because when that arrow's coming in, it's going straight for where I want it, and then it's kicking out at the last second, which that would mean it's slightly over spined, and then adding extra weight up front, even if it's 50 grains, will help. See, but that one flies perfect. I think that's what it is, guys. I think that's what it is. All right, so I think this one always impacts low, maybe a little to the left. So we'll try and do something about that. And we hit right where we aimed. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Too much hearts. Nah, you can't ever have enough hearts. I appreciate you guys. I can always count on the regulars to hop on and just boost the chat, boost the live stream up. I appreciate it. And we're still left. Why? I don't understand. All right, guys. Well, it's been a fun live stream. I haven't done one in a while, so it was nice catching up with everybody. Talking to all y'all again. Hopefully everybody's doing good. Hopefully you guys are getting ready for fishing season. I know I'm super excited for fishing. It's just so much easier to film than hunting. So that's where I'm at. That, and it's just more relaxing. I don't have to be super quiet. I don't have to get up at, 0 dark 40. Are recurves difficult to get used to? No, Jaden, they're not super difficult. If you're used to shooting a compound, you can pick up a recurve and you can be pretty successful. The hard part is going to be bare shaft tuning your arrows to fit the bow you're shooting. That's the hardest thing. And once you get that down, like your arrows are flying consistently every time, it's significantly easier. So backwoods, hell yeah, man. Keep up the good work. For anybody on here, if you haven't subscribed to Backwoods Bozo, go and check out his channel. A subscription costs nothing, so just hit that sub button, help him out. We're all about helping everybody out here, so trying to build a community, guys. But on that note, I am heading out, and I will catch you guys next time in a couple weeks, and that'll be that. So thanks again, guys. Appreciate it.